Hello people, this is REDSEA Gaming, and I'm just getting to work on my survival build. Hi Dad, how you doing, buddy? I'm just working on my survival build. And I've been taking out what remains of this mountain. If you could look at those chests right there, it used to go all the way over there, but now it's gone. Alright, how was school for you? Let me guess, same as usual? Hey Douglas, how you doing, buddy? How's your day? It's just getting back to work on my build. You having a good day, Douglas? Yeah, I understand, but just who knows? You might have made new friends, or you might have or something cool happened, like they gave you a free chest of Christmas chocolate or something. Just like every day is a gift, Dad. So try to find the best in it. All right. Like, taking out a mountain without TNT means you have to take it out entirely with just pickaxes. It's a slow process, but it just needs to be done. And also, you gotta keep an eye on your inventory, because it does fill up quick. Yeah, the people who were on my stream last time in Minecraft will not be on this stream today, mainly because I couldn't control what they say, what they would say, and I try to keep swearing and other stuff out of my streams. So, oh, that's great. Like, are you talking about the game I played yesterday, or are you talking about this game? Dead Island or this one? That's great. This is how I take out mountains. I just have to get it down to that level down there. I think I'm going to try and take out this entire mountain today. So, all this. Oh, yes. Oh. Alright. All this has to be pushed back. Let's just say Shinogami wouldn't listen to orders. I just want to avoid that happening again. And also, he turned off his auto-sharing feature so people couldn't hear him. Oh yeah, Minecraft. Yes, Douglas. I just need to answer dead. And also, he said nobody can hear me in the stream, but I really wanted to say to him, but I can hear you. And it was hard for me to talk to people watching when I have these guys talking dirty jokes in the background. So it was like I'm gonna try and avoid having people that can show a little restraint when they're on my streams, on my YouTube streams from now on. Just, it's mainly, quality assurance. As long as you can control and actually exercise self-restraint while you're doing while I'm doing the stream, you can be on here. Just I just really want to avoid that at ruining the channel. You don't want to get the reputation as somebody who's only meant for 18 and up. I'm trying to make sure I'm a channel for everybody. Oh yeah, good idea, Dead, but thanks for understanding, Dead. Good friend. So Douglas, what kind of builds do you like to build? Like, do you like building big like me? Look. I got all this to work with. Or do you like building small builds that actually have a lot of detail? I've been working on the foundations for so long that it's going to be a while before I show people the building expertise I'm good at in this game. Like, for example, I can build a huge, really detailed church out of wood. But the problem is I need to finish the foundations before I can actually do that. Yeah, I gotta go get my bed so I can make it daylight for you guys. As you can see, I've already been taking out the mountain right here. The mountain actually went right up to that, right up to here yesterday. But I managed to push it back all the way over here. Oh, what kind of builds do you like to build in Minecraft? Do you like building huge, like me, like what you see here? Or do you like building in, building small builds? Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, I like hearing other people's opinions on what they prefer to build in Minecraft. Just need to take a rest so I can make it daylight. Like I prefer, my opinion on Minecraft is, if you have all this room in Minecraft, why only make a small portion of it your base when you can make the whole world your base? It's actually kind of entertaining to see how far you can build before. That's cool. The reason why I'm building it this way, Douglas, is because I really want to build it normally, like a survival build. So that means since I can't get resources in a flat world, I have to build it. I have to actually build in a terrain world like this one. So it's a lot more challenging, and that's the way I like it. Without challenge, there's no reason to build. This is my only way up. If I fall off, I have to take out this entire lake right here and then take it out with shovels and other stuff. But for now, I'm ignoring it so I can take care of this over here. If you want to take out mountains as quickly as possible, I recommend you take them out piece by piece. right now I'm dividing this mountain into sections, like you see right here. A small bit of it at a time. It just goes away a lot faster. I have to be careful as I expand forward because look, I got this over here. Empty pockets I have to be aware of as I'm expanding. How big do you build your forts, Douglas? Because if I see a lot of terrain, it just interests me to take over as much land as possible. I just need to get it to 5 blocks, then I can take out this section a lot faster. Awesome, Douglas. Keep it up. Like, building as big as you want, and don't listen to people who tell you to build small. Like, people have been telling me to build this build I've been working on for 13 months. I kept trying to tell me to downsize it because they say it's too big. But I'm like, no. I want to build it big mainly because I want to push the limits of what I know about Minecraft. I want to see if it's possible to build what I keep seeing other players do it in creative. So I'm going to try and build a huge metropolis in survival, and the only problem is the lack of manpower to actually do anything. So I have to do it all by myself. Which means it takes a lot longer. I would have this all done if I could clone myself. Like, clone myself into 7 more people, and I'd be like this. Three Red Seas. You work in the south, I'll work in the north, and let's do this. I'd actually have this entire thing done in less than a few days. But the sad thing nowadays is that some players just want instant gratification, so what I'm offering here is not instant gratification. It's something that's more of a slow burner, as in I'm building it. It's going to take a long time, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Because I've seen what some players can do when they have all the time in the world. Like, for example, there's the Lord of the Rings server. Awesome, Douglas. Imagine what you can do with 13 months like I am here. Hey Douglas, you want to see one of my earliest builds on the PS4? I can quickly leave this world and go to my Sand Palace world to show you. That world was built in survival. I got griefed. I switched it to creative to fix it. And I sort of abandoned it because I got bored, because just creative mode is just not that fun to me anymore. It used to be fun, but I just got pretty bored of it. You want to see it? I can go quickly to that and show you around. One of the earliest, largest builds I ever built by myself in survival, before I had internet. Or do you want me to just stay here and stay on target? I built an entire sand palace. Dead has seen it, right, Dead? And this thing was my first survival build. I didn't know about detail. I didn't know anything about actual details. So basically, I just used one material, sandstone, and built an entire. Yeah, I built an entire complex in survival. So it was. But somebody griefed it. I got really angry, and I turned it to creative, and I've regretted it ever since. And it took me a year to start all over, and this is what I started over from. I start over, and now I have absolute control on this server. No more griefing. And now, Douglas, if you want to see it, I can quickly go to that file so you can see it if you want. Because I've actually kept it the same since I abandoned it last October. Because I can say this: I built 80% of it by myself. I mean 80% of it in survival by myself. It was months of work, and it's what made me fall in love with Minecraft. Alright, this is an old build. Alright, just give me a sec. I gotta go there right now. Exit and save. But I'm just gonna tell you, it does not have the detail that this world this world has that I've been working on for 13 months. But this was 6 months of work. This was when I was pretty new to Minecraft. I named it Giant Home. Yep, I changed it to survival to create, so it's a tainted world now, but I've kept it the same since then. I just wasn't happy with the idea of actually having all the resources I could ever need to make what I wanted to build. Alright. Oh, wait one second. Before I tell you guys, show you guys my old build, as you can see here, what I was doing here was trying to do a tutorial on how to do an obsidian house without diamond pickaxes, but I decided that it was dumb. This thing is an obsidian plated house, which means there's no hope of a creeper blowing up your house. It's 3 blocks wide, and I sort of was doing experiments on how you would build this in survival, without diamond pickaxes. It worked, but I decided the dialogue in the video was too much, so I sort of canceled the video. Like I recorded like 3 hours worth of content for that thing. Alright. Here's my sandstone quarry right here, or what's left of the desert. This was once a desert, and I've left it alone to show what it was like. And these were actually logistic routes. I would actually move resources back and forth using these tramways. And basically, I built this all by myself. The ground used to be at least 3 blocks lower than this, but I sort of slowly built the pillars deeper and deeper the more sand I collected. And it was a pretty good build for what it was, and I really wish I wasn't griefed. I would have actually continued this build. Probably I'd be building on this build instead of the build you see today. But what you expect? A griefer didn't see the value of this build, so she destroyed it. I still remember what she did. Basically, she killed me and a friend that was on here, and stole 4 hours worth of sandstone. I couldn't recover after that because this was the last from this area. So I sort of abandoned it, but I've left it alone ever since, like in its unfinished state. Just give me a second. This tramway has been around for a long time. And of course, I was trying to model it based on Egypt. And I worked on it for another 2 months after I switched it to create. But it just wasn't the same. And I was learning new building techniques, and I didn't want to change this build, so I decided to keep it the way it was. Leave it in its unfinished state. That way I could always come back here to remind myself where I began. As you can see, this was when I was a novice. I didn't know how to build anything in Minecraft with detail. And I didn't have anyone to play with. I didn't have good internet until last year. So I had to learn all these techniques by myself. Like, I sort of had a rule that you had to have at least one block that had nothing and another block to the point where it looked pretty nice. But as you can see here, this is the room where it all began. This is where I started the build. At one point, this building was once wood, but over time, after I had already built all this out here, let me turn it to nighttime so you can see. There's roughly 10,000 torches out there staring at us. But what do you think? Because this is a product of months of work by myself. Just give me a second, I have to go upstairs. Like, the idea was to build a huge abandoned city. And this is the... Alright, you want to know why this tower is the best one in the server? Because this one is 100% in built in survival. I have not tweaked it after I switched to the creative. So this is still in a survival build right here. Like, this is all survival. Because I know exactly where yeah. Just the people who griefed my build actually had no idea how much time and effort I put into this. Like, you can tell, look, that's snow. And look at that, I built pillars for this. It was a pretty good build for its time. I was experimenting with new techniques. It was basically baby steps. I was trying to figure out how exactly I would build this. Because I realized when I started this build that building in survival was no fun unless you took it to the extreme in build. I had to take out multiple mountains in order to make this build possible. And I'm still pleased with this walkway right here. I love it. Like, of course, out of respect, I leave it alone now. But of course, if I actually came back to this build and actually decided to rebuild it with all the techniques I now know, this build would look 20 times better. And what do you think if I went to the top of the first building I built and showed you what it looks like from here? When people doubt that I can't build a beautiful build, of course I show them this build and say, look, it had great potential. I still have this sign here. Sand Palace, still under work in progress. And of course, I'm pretty proud of this area here. Because this is 100% in survival. What do you think? I'm just very proud of it. And of course, people who come onto this build, like, they might not like the detail per se, but they just are just impressed with just the size of it. Because my original plan for this was to actually make multiple floors. Alright. I was just showing some friends my early build. Alright. Yeah. This is one of my early builds from 2015. And it was, the original plan was to build this as big as possible. This is Sea of Erie, but I'm still pretty proud of this tower, because I had to design this in survival. And I had no YouTube at the time to watch tutorials, so I had to learn all this by myself. Just after I was griefed, I lost all motivation to work on this. and look at this. Just so many torches. Alright. Oh yeah, but I won't be streaming on Thursday, Veery, just so you know. Hello, I'm just showing one of my subscribers one of my earliest builds from 2015. Like, this was before I started my other build that I was currently working on. Alright. Just I'm trying to find my way to... Yeah. It's not much, but I'm still very proud of it. But I've left it alone. I sort of abandoned it after it was griefed. So I just leave it alone as a testament to what I originally set out to do. But of course, at least I know right here where I'm standing was built in survival 100%. Like, these towers right here were built in survival. You can tell by the snow on the ground. Sort of got griefed, switched it to create to fix it, and made a big mistake in the process. Now this, yeah, this is when I was very new to Minecraft, so this is a 6 to 8 month build. 6 to 8 months of work. I'm still working on my other build. Like I told you before, Douglas, 13 months of work. That one's taking a lot longer because I'm trying to build it in detail this time instead of actually just building it all with one material. Yeah. Of course, the idea of this build was to build a build with a huge view, like this. And of course, just build as big as possible, but try to do it in a way that looks impressive. I was sort of getting inspiration from ancient Egypt, ancient Rome, and I noticed in old ancient text that all the buildings were this color, so I was like, okay. So I decided to just build it with one material. It sort of worked. But of course, I was doing a stream on Twitch of this while I was building it. I got griefed, lost 4 hours worth of, lost 4 hours worth of materials, and then I had, no, this is not a house. This was meant to be, this was meant to be a huge one building that just looked like it went on forever. Like, the idea was to build a huge labyrinth of a sand palace. And of course, I'm still proud of how it turned out. And of course, not only did I have to build this, I had to actually figure out how to transport materials. As you can see here, this was a transport hub. It's not much, but it was meant to transport materials back and forth. Because I had another sand palace quarry over there. And like, to me, this build looks its best when I turn off the lights. And, one second. Like, I would love to see what some of these builds would look like in detail. But this is what I'm going to attempt to do in my REDSEACRAFT world I've been working on for 13 months. I've been working on the foundations for so long. And this is where the construction ended. Construction officially ended on this server in October of 2017. Mainly because I don't like creative builds. I like building stuff huge in survival. Yeah. And I have another build I've been working on since December of 2017. It just took me a long while to have the nerve to start all over. Just give me a second. I'm trying to figure out the best places to show you guys. Alright. This was not built in survival, but this was built in creative after the griefing started. But despite everything, I managed to create this. The idea was to see if I could actually stretch it so the build would look excellent, even if it was in creative and not survival. But this building right here, this is my masterpiece right here. This is 100% built in survival. Look at that. I had to figure out how to build like this. I decided I didn't want a square building. I wanted a building that caved in on itself a little bit. I'm still very proud of it today. And I sort of left it alone as like everything else. Yeah, thank you. I started playing on the PS3, but for a long time I was thinking maybe small builds will bring out my talent. On the PS3 I would make small builds, but then once the PS4 came out, I got this game along with Bloodborne for the PS4, and I was like, okay, at least I have two games to start with. I have Bloodborne, I have this game. I was assuming that I would only be putting so much time into Minecraft, I'd be putting all the time into Bloodborne, but instead I ended up putting more time into Bloodborne than into Minecraft than any other game on my PS4. This last year it was almost 800 hours. Just working on this. This was once a sand quarry. Like, if you're going to build entirely in sandstone, you have to get the sandstone from somewhere. Oh, let's just say when you build something huge, you can't have a favorite build. You can have a favorite build, but look at this. This is an abandoned build. I was building it entirely in survival. In creative, and I abandoned it. It was an attempt at a coliseum. Like, the problem I ran into was, how do I make the stands? How do I make the seats? So I sort of abandoned it due to quality concerns. But I sort of left it alone, just like the rest. This is one of my best abandoned builds. I had to start somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, I've been playing this game since 2013. For a long time, I used to see Minecraft as an Xbox-only game, but because for a long time it was an Xbox-only game until 2013. Oh, and look at this. This is one of my abandoned supply hub. Because look at this. This was once a desert. Look at all this. This was once a desert. And this is where the griefing started. I still remember it. Just the problem I ran into when building huge in survival is when you're dependent on one material, you have to know that eventually it's going to run out. And of course, this is when I was going off the rails and didn't know what to do. The problem with building and create is that you can run out of ideas very easily. But when you're in survival, you can come up with a very creative way of actually building it. Just give me a second, I gotta get me a glass of water. Yeah. Sadly, I wasn't able to record what I built on the PS3, but I managed to transfer one of my earliest builds to the PS4 recently. I'll probably show you guys that one in a few minutes. Before I go back to work on my present one that I don't intend to abandon. No, the PS4 came out in 2013, November 2013. I didn't get my PlayStation 4 till 2015, a week before my birthday. And what do you guys think? An abandoned world? It's just, I learned a lot from this build, and rather than sticking to it and actually just continuing to build it, despite it being creative, I decided to just move on and leave this as a memory. But I still keep it on my PS4 to remind me of my roots. Like, this was 100% in survival. Like, this is how I built it. I know exactly how I built it. Basically, what I did was, there was once a mountain here. I actually encased the mountain in sandstone. As soon as the sandstone was at its height, I then went inside and hollowed it out. And this is the result. I hollowed out the mountain and leaving only this. That was how it was done. And I'm pretty proud of how it came out. And of course, this was the nerve center of the entire operation. Yeah, of course. Like, I had to start somewhere. Just this cobblestone here, like when I built this logistics hub right here, this was actually in the middle of a field. But slowly but surely the sand palace encased it. And this is how it originally ran. It actually went along this route, but then it went through the mountain right there. For a long time, this track used to go through this build right here, but I sort of interesting. But as you can see here, this train track right here was 2.5 months of work right here. Oh, basically the idea was the tramway. This tramway actually went all the way to all my quarries throughout the entire server. This quarry would actually take you right to the quarry over here. Like, you would go along this route right here, and it would go this way. Like, it would go this way, and it would go all along this route, all the way to this quarry right here. But the problem was, I had already sapped the area of its sandstone resources. As you can see right here, if I turn it to daytime, like, this was once a desert. This desert was months of work. 90% of my entire survival sand palace build came from this desert. After I was griefed, this logistics network was no longer needed, because I switched it to survival creative out of rage. I still feel sorry for doing that. That's why I abandoned it in October of 2017 and started fresh with my REDSEACRAFT build on another server entirely, leaving this build, what's left of it, like, one second, I gotta grab me like, I used to have to live with this. I'm just seeing what was in here. It's been so long since I've been on here. One second. Here's my proudest creation before I changed it to creative. This was 3 weeks of work, because I had to find all the sandstone. Oh, I went the wrong way. This was meant to get to another transport hub. And look, I wanted to build a tramway that had 2 rails, as in I didn't have to turn the carts around every time I wanted to come back. So I would just oops. Yeah, that happens. Yes, I would have. Because I do not regret. And look, this is how I transported materials, as you can see right here. Like, the transport, I would actually push these carts from back and forth, and it would, because I would be moving at least 5 mine carts with, I would be moving 5 mine carts with chests in them at a time, back and forth. Because I needed all the stone I could get to make sure the building of this place never stopped. So, when you build for necessity in a survival build, that's when you're going to start seeing results. And as you can see right here, like, I'm pretty proud of this. This took 3 weeks to build. It's such a huge tramway. It sapped my entire budget. I used up 95% of my iron at the time to build this. And of course, lots of netherrack right here for to light the root. It was, yeah. And it was only to take it here to another. I had to actually scout out the location and find find a place that was worth building it to. And look, as you can see, I actually started working here. I originally intended to make this a very long tram, but I decided, due to costs were going through the roof for this thing, so I had to, draw the line somewhere. Like, people are gonna say, what cost? This is Minecraft, it's free. Yeah, tell that to the people who have to actually look for the resources. Like, that's the one thing that some people don't even think about. when you build big, costs go through the roof because now you have to look for resources that you badly need in order to keep the building of the server alive. It's important. I'm going to continue to build on my other Minecraft build, but I'm going to show you an earlier build that I built. This was early 2013, and this was actually built by me and my mom. Like, my mom's still playing Minecraft on the PS3, but I'm building mostly on PS4 because you can actually stream it like I'm doing right here. Like, this thing allows me to get across the terrain very quickly. And I was watching... and here's my secret to doing this without getting bored. When you actually build a big build like this... Yeah, I know, but I got her into it. She says, it looks difficult, but I got her to play it in the end. But... let's just say this, when I started building this, I had no idea how to build anything in Minecraft. I didn't know how to do detail, so I did what I knew best, piling blocks on top of each other. Just 6 to 8 months of work. Alright, I'm going to move on to my other build. Just give me a second. Out of respect, I exit without saving. And, alright, now let's look at this. Which one is my other... oh yes, create one. This was before I knew the value of survival mode, so this was built entirely in create. Built in the city texture pack. Let me just get to this was a PS3. This was on PS3. I built this on PS3 and I transferred it over to my PS4. This is the church that me and Mom built. And this was when I was pretty new to building, so Minecraft, I had actually bought Minecraft at least a month before I started building this. And of course, take your Bible and turn to page 2 of Genesis. Okay, no. Oh, that's sad. I understand. But as you can see here, this is how I got started in Minecraft. The sandblast was actually when I finally started loving Minecraft, because at first I used to see I was used to seeing Minecraft as a sort of just, you know, piling blocks on top of each other. I didn't have the internet to watch YouTube videos on how to build, so it was all just trying to figure out. The problem I have with gravel is that it's ugly. Like, of course, I put Smith Tramway straight ahead. My last name was Smith, so I didn't. And of course, my first attempt at a big build, Smith Palace construction site, still unfinished to this day. Mainly because, look, I actually decided to build an entire... This thing is an 8-block wide wall surrounding this thing. This was built by myself, and it was like, as soon as I was done building the outer exterior of it, that's when I realized, how do I build floors? That's why it was abandoned. Like, but of course, Oh. Oh. I have no host privileges. Basically, I had no idea what host privileges were at the time when I started building this. So, basically, this was actually one of my first creative builds. I was just trying my best. This is my first attempt at a castle. It was not a bad build for its time. And what's good about the PS4, it actually amplifies the draw distance. Now I can actually see further than I was able to see on the PS3. Like, I thought this was big in 2013. Alright, the Smith Tramway. I am still proud of this after 5 years. Winter Globe City. Tram ride. Enjoy your ride. $2 per ride, please. Yeah. $2 per ride. Please, no refunds. Like, I've actually kept the text the same as it was 5 years ago, so... Warning, please resist the urge to litter. Smith Tramway, since yesterday. And of course, this room took so long to build to me. Warning, 1 per ride, price $200 per person. Actually, $2 per person. I meant to put a dot there, but the dot did not make it. Warning, no going in water. Piranhas in water. What piranhas? Yeah. And of course, this was my first underground tunnel. And somebody broke it. Alright, I'll have to continue. But as you can see here, like, I sort of got carried away with the water because I got introduced to water buckets at the time, so I was like, this, wow, I can actually put water wherever I want? Because I kept seeing people playing in creative, and I was like this, wow. And of course, building underwater took so long. Just so I could build like this. No detail, just I had to learn how to build all this. Like, I was so concerned about vines getting on the railway tracks that I was putting these right next to vine trees. The Winter Globe was an abandoned attempt at building a city in the snow. I wanted a pond here, but as you can see, the pond became ice. I meant to have a waterfall. I still enjoy what I did here. Oh, the oldest building? I'm heading there now. The church was the first thing I built on this world. At first, at first all this right here was built out of glowstone. But after that I realized, wow, this church needs a town. So I started building houses. Then I put some villagers in. I built some walls here. I was pretty impressed with this at the time, but now it looks very primitive. What do you think? I'm smarter than this. I can build better than this now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I had to learn how to do Minecraft. This is what I had to do at the time. That building that's tall right there, that was my mom's design. I told her go wild, and she did. And alright, I might as well go see how it's aged. My mom can actually build better buildings now than she could back then, but this is the only build on my PS4 that she actually directly built herself. I didn't help her with this. She learned how to build it herself. So, I don't take credit for my mom. She'll beat me. Alright. Alright, if we go all the way up to the top. She built all this. She really wanted a bird's eye view of this entire area. It doesn't. I really wanted to put this on my YouTube channel just to show where what happens when you're new to Minecraft. You don't know what you're doing, so you just build randomly until it's finished. Yeah. And of course, I'm pretty proud of this building right here. This was when I was still learning how to build with stone brick. Stone brick is my favorite material to use, mainly because it's easy. You can use it on anything and it'll look good. And of course, I was like this, if I build a castle, I have to put a tower. And I was just experimenting. Oh, if you want to, you can subscribe. Like, there'll be more streams coming regarding my YouTube. Regarding my Minecraft builds, if you're interested. Just please, alright, thank you. Just, there's more coming. I'm going to be doing some Minecraft streams. Next week I'll be doing a little GTA Online, then back to Minecraft streams. Just, I try to do more streams of everything. That way I don't become a strictly Minecraft channel. You know, you don't want to fall into that trap. Just, I love Minecraft. I put more time into Minecraft than any other game on my PS4, but I do play other games as well. Alright. Thank you very much for watching, MX. Yeah, I gotta go and get back to work on my other build. REDSEACRAFT. One of my proudest builds. It's going to be the biggest build I ever built when it's finished. Right now I'm building it in the festive texture pack. That way it just and it's so huge that it takes time to render. Like I'm building the foundations before I build the city, so it's going to take a lot of time. The reason why it's taking so long is because I'm actually trying to build it in detail this time. Because it doesn't look like detail right now, but the idea is it will be detailed when it's finished. It just needs to be finished. Like, it's such a huge build, it takes time to get from one area to the other. What do you think? I need to focus on more. Just let me get to where I'm building. Gotta make it daylight so I can get back to work. Hey Dad, what did you think of that first build if you're still watching? I'm just very humble. I like showing off my builds to people. I'm humble, but I admit when somebody does help me in my builds. Just all this. Talking all the time makes you thirsty. How did they get so smart? Hey, help Trump, how you doing, buddy? How's your day? Just working hard on my Minecraft build. Yep. I'm actually taking out this mountain a little bit at a time until I can take it out over there. Oh, fantastic, help Trump. Just working hard. I think I gained a new subscriber. It's all going great. I worked so hard this year to get my channel to 163 subscribers. Not bad. Yeah, I've been having trouble trying to find sleep, and of course I can't delay a stream, so basically, yesterday I was exhausted trying to do a stream while actually wishing I had more time to sleep, but I managed to get some sleep last night, so I'm able to stream without feeling like I want to die, right? Just something like that. It's all good. What's good about it, I won't be streaming tomorrow, so I should be able to find the rest I need for Friday. I'm considering whether or not to do Minecraft again on Friday, or do more Dark Souls on Friday. What would you propose? Either way, it'll be fun. If you need help with Dark Souls, maybe I should make it Dark Souls Day on Friday, if you're in for that. When I'm building like this, help Trump, I'm usually listening. Alright, that's great. That's great. I've been wanting to get back to work on my Minecraft build. That's why I've been making more time for Minecraft on my YouTube channel. But as you can see here, I have to take out all this dirt, then take out the stone, and take all this out all the way over here. Over here, take it all out and have this empty so I can expand the pillared hall this way. Then as soon as I get within 4 blocks, yeah, I know, but this is one of the reasons why I'm actually streaming myself doing it. That way I can have a record of what the time I put into this. If this, what I'm doing here actually grows my channel, then the time it took to do this was worth it. That makes sense? Like, it's worth it if it grows the channel. Like, yeah. Yep. Oh. Rest. Since I don't have explosives, I'm gonna have to do this all by pickaxe. Since I've been working on this since December, I've actually taken out 6 mountains doing this method. But I actually took them out with stone tools, which meant it took twice as long. I gotta make it daylight again. I told myself at the beginning of November, okay, since my channel's retention time is standing only at 452 watch minutes, I was like this. I was determined to do more streams to get my retention time back up. And right now, as of today, it's standing at 5,200 minutes. So I managed to make my retention time go up 10 times what it was. I'm sort of trying to build a medieval Victorian city, so there's going to be a little bit of Dark Souls here, a little Bloodborne there, so it's going to take a little time. But I'm actually building the foundations before I even consider what I'm going to be building in the city. You know, don't think too far ahead when you're actually trying to build something that's going to take a lot of time. That makes sense? Yeah. When you're building something big, don't think too far ahead. Like, I'm still wondering how the Egyptians had the patience to work for 30 years on the Great Pyramid. And of course, they had no computer models at the time, so that means they had no idea what the pyramid was going to look like when it was finished. All they had was drawings. Like, I like applying a little bit of history to my builds. So there's going to be some historical inspiration in this build. In a fun way. I love the Dark Souls series. I really wish Sony would actually remaster Demon Souls. That's the game that Miyazaki worked hard on before he started doing Dark Souls. I'd be like this: Sony, remake Demon Souls for the PS4, and you'll have all my money. I put hundreds of hours into that game. Demon Souls is one of my favorites in the series. And you know it's actually the easiest game to get into for beginners. Mainly because this was when it was baby steps. They didn't know how to do a lot of stuff, but what Demon Souls did, Dark Souls improved upon. So it was all... So it was just the beginning of a great series. Yeah. Yeah, we already have... I'm just hoping that Bloodborne gets a sequel. But Miyazaki says that might not never happen. Really depends on whether or not Sony wants to greenlight a sequel. But Miyazaki has said that he doesn't want that there won't be a sequel before with Dark Souls, but there was. That's why Miyazaki is one of my favorite video game directors. He's a phenomenal game director. Do you know he actually left his job? He threw his entire he threw away a successful career to pursue what he wanted to do with video games. What happened was, if you've heard of a game called Ico, yeah, that would be interesting. But ever heard of Ico? Like the game that came out before Shadow of the Colossus? If Ico had not come out, Miyazaki would have stayed at his job called Oracle, not in the video game industry. So I thank Team Ico for making that game. That inspired Miyazaki to leave his job at Oracle so he could pursue video game design. And they almost scrapped the multiplayer in Demon's Souls at the last minute. Because Sony didn't see the value of having multiplayer servers. Ico. A game called Ico. I recommend you... I'll probably have to record some footage and actually show you. But... because I do have a video capture card. So I could do that. And without that game, because that game actually has the same kind of world building that Miyazaki would apply to his Dark Souls games. Because this game came out in 2001, and it got the award of Best Game No One Played. Well, isn't that sad? Like. It almost won Game of the Year, and it won all the video game awards, but didn't get the recognition it deserved. And imagine a game with no HUD, no tutorial. You had to learn how to play. Yeah. But Miyazaki, Hidetaka Miyazaki, the one who would direct Demon's Souls and the Dark Souls series, actually played Ico. His friend came along and told him, "Hey, check out this game. It's Ico." And Miyazaki's like, "What's Ico?" And then he plays it, and he's like, "Okay, that game awoke me to the possibilities of what video games can do." So the next day he quit his job and immediately set out to make his dreams come true, make his own video game. But of course he worked for several years on the Armored Core series of games, so he was But then finally, when he was directing Armored Core, he heard of a game called Demon's Souls. It was struggling in development, so nobody knew how to take it, so Miyazaki convinced the higher-ups to let him take over. And they relented and let him do it, and he did. And the game ended up... the game was so hard that the president of Sony actually previewed the game a few months before release and decided... this game is crap. It's a bad game because he couldn't play the game he couldn't get past the tutorial, and so he assumed it was bad. So Sony decided, okay, we're gonna publish it in Japan, but we're not gonna publish it in the United States. So basically, I mean, you ought to write a thank you note to Atlas for actually having the spine to actually sub-license the game from Sony to release it in the United States, which they did. Like, a great game, a great franchise was born. Sony assumed the game would flop hard because of how hard it was. And people still... Demon's Souls is a classic. It's a cult classic. Except it's forgotten by many Dark Souls fans. I started with Demon's Souls, not Dark Souls. So, Demon's Souls will always be my favorite in the entire series. With Bloodborne a second place and Dark Souls a third. But it's mainly because I love all the games. I play them. Every once in a while I'll play them. Play one of them. It's more just to say, oh my, great games that deserve to be played. What did you think of me telling you a little bit of the video game history of that game? Like, the Flash series. I've never heard of it, but can you enlighten me on it? Oh, the Flash, you mean the superhero? Like, I know of the Flash. Honestly, help Trump. I never watched the Flash. The only superhero TV series I was actually into in the early 2000s for me was Teen Titans, the original show, not Teen Titans Go, the garbage show they make today. Just like, it's basically, I grew up on that show, and of course there's Cyborg, Raven, Raven and Robin and Starfire and Beast Boy. Yeah, it was a good show, and it was canceled by Warner Brothers after the 5th season cliffhanger, due to them not being interested in a 6th season. And I'm like, come on, it was a good show. And then they replaced it with a lower quality show. And I don't watch television anymore because of that. They keep ruining my favorite shows. I used to watch television all the time as a kid, back when we had DirecTV. But after moving away from Zealand, we had no way of watching television, so we stopped. Now we depend on actually buying DVDs or watching YouTube. Yeah, I remember watching that cliffhanger. I'm like this. If you were going to cancel it, why end the series on a cliffhanger? At least end it with something satisfying at the end, right? Something satisfying, something to say, okay, the series ended with a bang instead of a whimper. Like, for example, I love a British television series called The Prisoner. The Prisoner, and basically that show ended after 17 episodes. Mainly, but what was great about it is it was complete. The story was complete. They actually finished the story, and then the show ends on a cliffhanger of whether or not he truly escaped from a place known as the Village. Like, where am I? In the Village. What do you want? Information. Whose side are you on? That can be telling. Like, we want information. You won't get it. By hook or by crook, we will. Like, I like The Prisoner. Of course, that was that's a show my dad used to watch as a kid. The Prisoner was in basic, all right, The Office and American Workplace. No, what's that? Were you asking about a different kind of show entirely? I'm just waiting for you to answer. Oh. Alright, I've never heard of those shows, but like I told you, I haven't watched television a lot since 2004. When I go on trips with Dad, I usually hook up my PS4 or my laptop to the TV and we watch YouTube on it. Oh, 9 series? Interesting. Like, I'm not impressed with the cartoons they make on Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network today, because I just feel like they went from high quality shows like Powerpuff Girls in the early 2000s and Dexter's Laboratory to low quality fodder. Like, there's a lot of good shows that were canned before they reached their prime. Like, you wonder why they were canceled in the first place. Like, I understand some people liked Invader Zim, but I only liked the first episode. I do not like the art aesthetic in Invader Zim. The whole garbage look, where, like, of course, if people like Invader Zim, I respect them for it. Like, you can't make them change their mind. Alright, can you name some of your favorite cartoon series as a kid growing up, Help Trump? Like, I can at least give my favorite cartoons as a kid, like Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Schoolhouse Rock. Looney Tunes. And probably a few episodes of Tiny Toons. And just nowadays we went from high quality shows during the 1990s to low quality. The reason why I believe television is going to die one of these days is because television is sort of throwing out the good shows in favor of low quality shows like reality TV shows I can't stand. Reality TV. I don't care if it gets the ratings. I would throw it out. Of course, I grew up with Dragon Ball Z. Awesome show. I like Dragon Ball Z for its chapter play style of storytelling, where it gets to the important part, but then you hear what will happen next. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. That was the bane of my existence, because what if I wasn't available to watch the show next week? So I had no idea what would happen until next week. So that was actually a clever way of making you want to tune in every week. And then there were Cyborg Zero. Yes. Good shows. Like, Invader Zim is good. I like Invader Zim. You will be assigned to Planet Gorf, home of the slaughtering rat people. I was laughing my head off at that one. But the problem I have with is there was just the animation style I like and dislike. I did watch the show. And I found out the reason why it was canceled. It wasn't because it was not getting the ratings. It was mainly because Nickelodeon was shocked that it was attracting adults to it. Adults were actually watching the show, so they canned it. Which is kind of dumb, because isn't that a good thing? Don't you want people to watch your show? But advertisers have to be pleased, and if the advertisers are advertising their toys to adults, that will mean their ads are for nothing. So that means Nickelodeon, out of fear of their ratings going down, actually canceled the show, despite it being very popular. Oh, cool. Of course, SpongeBob SquarePants. I love that series. But, honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. I prefer the first 3 seasons over the rest. Yeah, sadly, big corporations, when they have a lot of money on them, they just don't think about the consequences. When a show that they work so hard has already a dedicated fan base, that's a bit of a problem. I love the campy, low budget style of Scooby-Doo. I avoid the new show, the new style show. I like the old-fashioned 1970s show. I like the campiness of the show because of how it feels so low budget, and of course the laughing background noise every time something funny happens. So it was a good thing for its time. What else? The Flintstones. Watching a few episodes of that every once in a while, that was cool. Of course, there was a few episodes of Yogi Bear. And of course, I love 1930s and 40s cartoons. I love Bugs Bunny. I love me some Donald Duck and Daffy Duck. Disney cartoons mixed in. This is what I... Yeah. That's what I love about... I like scary shows. There has to be... I actually believe there has to be an element of fear, otherwise how are you supposed to grow up? Because fear puts you in reality. If you can't experience fear, then you can't grow up. And of course, I not only like games like this, I like games that are typically meant for kids as well. For example, I like games like Kingdom Hearts, a good series, where Disney characters interact with Final Fantasy characters and all that. It's actually kind of cool. That game actually had a lot of detractors at first because they were like, how is a Disney and a Final Fantasy game gonna work? It worked. My favorite world in Kingdom Hearts is exploring Nightmare Before Christmas's world, Halloween Town. And I own the game, so I can do a live stream of it at some point. If you're interested in that. Mainly because I like games that actually take me back to my childhood. Despite me being 26, come on, we all want to experience our youth, correct? Back when it was, back then it was all about what you liked, and there was no grumpy adult over your shoulder saying, you better watch something that's meant for adults, kid. But sometimes I really do not like watching stuff that's mature all the time, because it just doesn't, it's just not interesting to me. Some of my favorite games are typically meant for ages 10 and up, and that's like mainly because there was some sort of imagination attached to these games. Like, for example, this game is meant for ages 10 and up. Despite everything, I believe this game is E-rated. I don't care about the E plus 10 rating, because this game is not very scary. Anybody can play this game and get a good experience. And if there's violence in it, all you have to do is just turn off the monsters. Presto! It's an E-rated game. No monsters, just build, build, build. Have fun. The rating system, I think, is broken. Like, because I've seen some games that have very little violence and very little language and very little dirty stuff get an M rating. Like, for example, if you recall, Dark Souls gets an M rating for blood and violence, but another game with the same style, Dark Souls 2, gets a T rating. Mainly because it's rated T for the same thing. Blood and violence. You call that insane? Like, where's the consistency? What are you hoping to get for Christmas, Help Trump? Right now, I'm hoping I get Red Dead Redemption 2, so I can stream it on the 28th. And I hear there's gonna all right. So what are you going to? So what are you planning to get for Christmas, Help Trump? If you want to, Help Trump, can you don't know? Yeah, it's better not to know until Christmas Day. So, Help Trump, if you want to, you can tell your friends to subscribe to me. That would be a great help. All right? I'm just telling people, please share this stream and with your friends, just to help me grow, so I have more motivation to keep streaming. Yeah. just I'm just gonna keep streaming for the rest of the winter, or until I have to go on another business trip. Alright, awesome. Just yeah, just I need to keep working on this. It's important. But at least I'm not actually doing. I'm actually not streaming this because I want, the fame and all that. I'm doing this because I want to have some fun and share it with others. Is that a good trait to have? And of course, this is also a way of proving to people that I actually build in survival. Make sure you always have proof that you're building in survival. Yeah. And when this is finally, when this build is finally done, Help Trump, I'll be able to sit down in this stream for 10 minutes and be like this. It's done. And of course I'll be like this. To those who doubted me when I started building this, have a nice day. Like, as the Bible says, love your enemies. Be nice to your enemies. So it's more like, out of respect, turn around and walk away. Like, it's called to be very nice and considerate, and people will come back to you. What next? What next what? Help Trump? Oh, what next after I'm done with this build? Oh. Of course, I'll be starting on a new build after this one. After working on it for 3 years and actually getting the city actually built from the ground up, which will take a long time, by the way. When it's finally done, it's called Start All Over. Or build another city on the same thing, but except not as sophisticated as this one. Mainly to showcase the superiority of the first city. That interesting? Honestly, you get to the point where you want to be in the mood to play a certain game for your stream. That's why I'm actually taking breaks from Dead Island and other games. Of course, I'm going to keep doing Minecraft stuff because that's what's helped my channel grow. What do you think, Help Trump? a setup review, review at 1,000 subs. Well, what's a setup review? Help Trump. Setup for what? I'm just asking, curiosity. Of course, I'm already planning what to do at 1,000 subs. I'll let people come on. I'll let my subs come on here in droves to explore. And what's good, I have autosave off. If they break anything, I'll just leave without saving. What do you think? But oh, I can show it right now. I'm wearing the mic right now, except I'm not putting it on my ears, I'm putting it around my neck. Right, mainly because I tried wearing it on my ears for hours. Yeah, and right now I have my PlayStation camera right in front of my TV. And I'll also, of course, it's very simple. I'm using a regular PlayStation 4 for all my streaming needs. Not the PlayStation 4 Pro. I can't afford that. Just can't afford it, but I can afford to keep my channel going with just the regular PlayStation 4. Also, that's cool. Hello, Christian Lyles. Is that my correct way of saying it? How you doing? I'll show you guys my setup. It's very simple. But of course, my YouTube channel is growing by the day, and I'm just working hard on getting it to grow. So I'm just very thankful I've gotten to where. I'm very thankful I've gotten my channel to this big. Taking out this entire mountain. Due to it being Christmas time, I have it on festive texture pack. That way it has the holiday spirit attached. This is going to be one huge city when it's finished, and of course there's going to be a nice little church somewhere on the You all having a good day? I'm just working hard on my Minecraft build and working on my channel. I will stream once again on Friday. At some point I need to start doing more pre-recorded videos so I can actually rest during the week. But for now, I need to just keep working on the streams until I get my channel to where it needs to be before I can reliably upload a pre-recorded video. Because I stopped doing streams 8 months ago, and then my channel started to suffer when I released only pre-recorded videos. Yeah. Ouch. Yeah. Need to head back into this Minecraft build. I'm just talking to the new person in the stream. Help Jump is 13 months of work. I've been working on this mostly by myself. Of course, a few people do come on, but since I'm the oldest person in the stream, like I'm at 26. I'm 26 years old, so a lot of them are in school, so I have to do at least 80% of this by myself. And of course, I'm actually, this is my YouTube server. It's meant for people to see from my YouTube channel. It helps people realize how creative I am, and I apply it to my YouTube channel. This is what I first built on the survival server. This was this is my greenhouse. Alright, it looks like candy canes, but this is wheat. I make bread. This entire server survives off bread. And of course I had fun building all this in survival. This took 3 weeks to build this room. And of course if you go down here, I decided there was not enough food in the garden, so I made this floor. And it looks the same as before. That was the point. So it was a fun time. This is the nerve center of the entire server. I'm just hanging here to get me some more diamonds so I can actually keep making more shovels and diamond pickaxes. Yep, that's my machine that produces all my stone brick. It's all cool. Alright, here we are. 17 diamond blocks ready to be used. Yeah, since I'm taking out entire mountains with just diamond pickaxes, you need all the resources you can get. I'm leaving the cobblestone here so I can turn it into stone brick later. I'm trying to build and expand. That's another brick on the floor. All this I built myself. The grass is covering the stone brick. Yeah, I gotta show you what the pillars look like so far. This is a huge build that I've been working on for 13 months, starting in December. This is going to be one huge city, but I'm focusing on building the foundations before I start on the city. Of course, I'm just going by the biblical phrase, build your house on the rock, so I'm sort of trying to build the foundations before I build anything. which, as you can see, this is what the foundations will look like when, will be like when it's finished. But right now, 90% of the pillared hall is unfinished. But this is all that's finished right now. And the idea is to build it and make it look like it's endless. I had to build many different ways into the construction site because of how much you can get lost in here. Some of my friends have come on here and they get lost. And look, unfinished pillars. These are first stage pillars before I add the detail. These are complete pillars. These are 32. It takes 32 staircases, 8 chiseled stone brick to complete one pillar. And if I did 6,000 pillars in this build, that'd be 96,000 staircases. As you can see, as soon as I have the time, I'm going to finish all these pillars and light them up, so this is a very well lit pillared hall. But right now, I can't really do that right now because I'm focusing on actually clearing the way so I can get first stage pillars built. And it's okay. It happens. Fact of life. Did he get bored or something? But, like, I'm still getting used to entertaining people, so I expect some people not to understand. That makes sense, Help Trump? Hello, Pro Dude. How you doing? I'm working on my build. I work it, and I'm dedicating more time to actually doing more streams for my YouTube channel. Oh, it's okay. I understand. I hope you subscribed. Alright. Just give me a second, I gotta get up here so I can get to where I'm working. Doing great. Just working on my YouTube channel, bro, dude. Like, I've gotten so tired that I dedicate, I'm actually been dedicating 70% of my time toward, live streams lately. Like, I had some friends on Sunday help me during a stream, but they couldn't keep their filthy mouths shut. So, I decided to close it off to only me being on the stream. Look how close it is to the mansion. It's okay, bro, dude. Very soon I might need you back on here. Maybe we can upgrade the stone brick machine together again. See what we can do to improve it. And also, as you can see, all this is coming together quite nicely. Like, I dedicated entire streams to this, and right now I think I'm staying at 163 subs. Bro, dude, what do you think? Yeah, I understand. I understand completely. I hate that glitch. Alright. So close to getting here. Glitch. Where your stuff will automatically delete if you're not on here for a set amount of time. Like, if 50 people are on my server, somebody's stuff is going to get deleted. I would suggest, bro, dude, the next time you come on here, I would suggest you actually put all your stuff in a marked, in a chest. Yeah. I would put all your stuff in a chest, that way it doesn't disappear no matter how long you stay off the server. That a good idea in the future when I let you back on here? Oh yeah, I need more pickaxes. Yeah, good idea. I can let you on shortly after I'm done with the stream. All right, bro, dude. Just be patient and watch my stream, and you'll know when I'm off, so I can let you on, so you can protect your stuff. I did watch your stream last time. All right. So your channel doing well, bro, dude? Oh, that's sad. Why did it magically transport to your mom's, or did your mom take it there? I can call you on Discord, but I'm just gonna... But it really depends. I usually like to relax after I'm done with a stream because it does get a little, exhausting. I've been doing 3 to 5 hour streams for the past 4 weeks. But of course, I take breaks on Mondays and Thursdays. Fantastic, bro, dude. Keep it up, buddy. Don't give up. Like, when my first channel was made, I abandoned it when it was at 14 subs. So, this is my second attempt, and I'm already at 163 subs. I went from having zero subs last year in June of 2017 to 163. So I'm pretty thankful to have that many. I would recommend you change it to something that isn't in competition with another channel's name. I actually had to do a lot of research before I decided on this name. Alright, good. But I had to do a lot of research on my YouTube name before I could actually officially apply it as my YouTube name. Red Sea Gaming, as in what's good about it, it's in competition with no other. The only thing that's close enough to be in competition with it is the Red Sea Crossing. And also, hey bro dude, do you since Christmas vacation is coming up, I'm planning to do some Grand Theft Auto Online streams next week. Would you want to be involved in that? Like, I trust you enough. Unknown Freedom? Alright. Alright. It's okay. Yeah, that's... Yep. The idea is I want to actually do some headhunter. I want to do as much VIP work as possible. Make some money in that game. Like, my favorite thing, I recently had my bunker emptied. As in, I finally sold... I sold my entire inventory in the bunker for the first time. I made 955 grand. So it was, and with the profits, instead of actually buying a better car or a better apartment, I actually put it back into the business. Like, I put it, I actually bought another business with the profits. That way I make twice as much money in the game now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy some supplies for the cocaine business and the. Don't worry, guys. It's not real. It's Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. What's good about it is I'm a level 103. I'm just 17. Yeah. No, I'm just 17 levels from 120. As soon as I reach 120, I'll be able to get my minigun. Then revenge will be coming. Once I get my minigun, people will pay for their sins. Yeah, it's a fun game to play, but I find it a lot more fun if you have some other people to play with sometimes. But sometimes I really do like playing alone. I want to get a Kanjali, one of those tanks that's like 3 million. If you look at my YouTube channel, bro dude, and you look at my about page, you'll see how many views I've accumulated since I started my YouTube channel. Right now, it's at 11,000 views. Yeah. I recently got back into GTA Online just to play for a while. I met this level 4,000 player named Game Genie, and he he said, "I'll help you sell your cargo in the bunker," and I'm like, "Okay," and he did. Because I told him I was actually pretty afraid of losing $1 million worth of cargo by another player actually destroying it. Fantastic, bro, dude. Just keep it up. It's a slow start. Remember that. All great YouTubers started small and had slow starts. Even I did. Yep. Keep trying and don't give up. And I'm just going to say this. As a true friend, I'm going to tell you. Up your quality a bit so your channel gets taken more seriously. This is just me being honest. Like, I like your channel. You're doing well with it. You just need to up the quality a bit. All right? Like, I'm trying to up my quality too. Like, I get very concerned about how people look at my channel. Like, you know, reputation. Just as a friend. Yeah, but I really can't answer you on Discord until the stream is over. Like, I'll give you more advice as soon as I'm done with the stream. Like, I like giving advice. I don't like, I know you want to talk, but we have to do the stream. Like, I'm all concerned about doing quality streams. I know it's been so long. I assumed that I wanted to let you enjoy Ark Survival Evolved, so I decided to leave you alone for a while. But just don't. And look at this. I had no idea I was actually. No. I have not. I'm not interested. Like. Don't worry, I'll get it at some point, but not now. I don't have any money. And of course it's Christmas time, so I'd rather just wait until some point next year to get it. Interesting. Alright. The build has grown. Like, I'm just remembering to save every couple minutes. And right now, bro dude, I'm actually getting the watch minutes I need. Just, for example, part 1 of Dark Souls actually has more watch minutes than the rest of my streams, because it got 600 minutes of watch time. But I'm getting the watch minutes. And I actually schedule my streams out like 3 to 5 hours. And what do you think of the Santa Claus hat I'm wearing? Yeah. I'm sort of wearing it, you know, get into the holiday spirit. And of course, I have my game collection behind me. If you look at the games closely, I have Civilization 5, Red Dead Redemption. Good. I'm wearing one. I am wearing one too. Awesome. Yeah, we're Santa Bros. Yeah. Just. Aww. Camo. Aww. I want camo, but right now mine has a sort of cat in the hat thing going on. Like, I went to my parents this month, and I before starting to do this, and I told them, I really want a Santa Claus hat for my streams for December. And they're like this, really? Okay. I told them that they could choose the hat, and they did. And that's why I'm wearing it. Who knows? If you guys really want me to, on the 23rd of December, that'll be my last stream before Christmas. Because I'll be delaying streams until the 28th. I'm actually thinking of whether or not I should actually read something that's public domain for my stream, you know, like night before Christmas or something. Yeah, just something. What do you think of that? I'm so far away from those chests. Look, if I walk over here, look, they render in. If I back away, they render out. If I walk forward, they render in, render out, render in. Yep. I hope I have the presentation down. Yeah, I gotta get me a drink. So what do you think of my strategy of actually doing 3 to 5 hour streams? If people are still like I'm actually planning to make this a 3-hour stream today, so in 29 minutes I'll be ending the stream. So it's all good. I'll discontinue until 3 hours. Also, I need to actually count how many hours have I spent in streams since I started streaming. Yep. Yeah, just the reason why I kept looking at other YouTube channels, other small YouTube channels, I noticed they only stream for like 30 to 45 minutes and they get only 14 viewers. I'm like, I mean, they only get 13 to 14 views, so I'm like, how are they supposed to succeed if they keep doing it that way? So I decided, okay, I gotta at least try 3 to 5 hours per stream. And the reason why I'm cutting it down to 3 hours today is mainly due to exhaustion. Like, I need to be able to end these streams without me becoming a husk like this. Or something like this. Like, 3 hours. So, like, when I first started doing this in early November, I would go like 50 minutes without a single viewer. And some of my friends would come on to the stream and say, maybe you should stop. I'm like, no, I can't stop. And once it was 1 hour, 20 minutes, that's when I started getting the viewers. It's called Patience Works. And look at that. Just, this build is getting so big that those chests right there keep rendering in and out. Fact of life. This build is going to get so big that some of the chests will actually disappear if you walk too far away from them. Help Trump, can you imagine what the PlayStation 5 will do? Imagine, will it have better draw distance? If you're wondering what draw distance is how far the console can render before it disappears from view. Look at this. You see those chests right there? If I were to back away, as I'm moving backwards, the draw distance moves with me. Only what I can see gets rendered. Oh, some people have said that probably by 2020 or 2021 at the latest. Mainly because Sony, I think, this is just my assumption, Sony needs to take the time to, you know, R&D, make the best machine they possibly can. Because I'm actually pretty excited if they're gonna have the same feature they have with the PlayStation 4. Alright, welcome back, bro, dude. Welcome back. But I'm wondering, the PlayStation 5 version of Minecraft, I'm assuming is gonna be 16 times the size of this. Or maybe, if we're lucky, it'll be unlimited terrain and probably 30 plus players on a server at once. That'd be awesome. which would make it harder for you to tell which one's a griefer and what's not. Like, talking about the possibilities, like whether or not, because I hear a rumor that the PlayStation 5 will go with very powerful technology and be 16 gigabytes of RAM instead of 8 gigabytes we have with the PlayStation 4. So it's probably going to be able to push better graphics as well as be able to actually render bigger terrain instead of 100 block rendering like we have with the PlayStation 4. Who knows? Probably Minecraft will have 300 block rendering. Yeah, that would be impressive. Like, and also, could you imagine if they made a Call of Duty game, bro, dude, and they actually had it, instead of 12 versus 12, we had 40 versus 40. That would mean they'd have to make bigger maps to compensate the bigger team sizes, or better yet, maybe 4 teams. You know, Team 1 and 2 versus Team 2 and 3. Something like that. Yeah, but I'm just thinking about the possibilities. What games will be like in the next 20 years? We got lots of possibilities. Like, there's so much that video games can do if we had better technology to compensate. Like, because a lot of games are released today, but they have to contend with the hardware. The hardware is the thing that holds some games back. Like, during the 16-bit era for the Sega Genesis and other Super NES, they had to make their games around 1 megabyte of RAM limitations. So it was basically, a lot of games came out at that time the way they were was because the hardware could only handle so much. So more RAM means you're going to see better detailed games. Or at least I hope you do, because a graphical leap would be amazing. But I'd rather them improve how many people can be in the game at once instead of actually improving the graphics. Could you imagine Grand Theft Auto Online, instead of 30 players on the server at any one time, actually have it where there's 100 players? Like, I could see it right now. Like, PlayStation 5 comes out, and of course, since Grand Theft Auto Online is so successful, I can see Rockstar actually making a PlayStation 5 version and releasing it on the PlayStation 5 with instead of 30 players at one time, it'd be 60 to 100 players, which would make the game which would make the game a lot more fun, because there's now there's more players to fight and more players to be in your way, and of course it would be amazing. But, and what else? What other games would benefit from more people in the game? Of course, I wouldn't mind having some games with 8-player co-op instead of 4-player, and actually have more enemies to deal with instead of 8 to 12 enemies every time you encounter them in a single-player game. Yeah. Yeah, and that would make RPG style servers actually viable, because how are you gonna make a server, a medieval server with just 8 players? It's not possible. Right now, I'm building the city just to test myself. But could you imagine if I had 50 players helping me with this build? Like, I need to look at this. Like, how many players can be on the PC version at one time? Is it 16? What do you think of the progress I've done so far? Yeah, just some people have asked me, Help Trump, how do I do this without, going insane due to the lack of time? The secret, I'm going to tell you a secret of how to build. I can sub to your channel, Dr. Wolf. I can. Just once I'm done with the stream, leave me a comment and I'll go straight to your channel. Alright? Which is 17 minutes from now. Hey, I'm just to be nice, if they ask politely, I'm not going to. Like, I've seen some YouTubers actually ban certain people for saying please sub to my channel. But thank you. Like, just I've seen some people actually literally ban people just for asking for recognition for their channel. But I'm like, they're just asking for recognition, but you choose to ban them. I'm like, yeah, alright, cool. Yeah, just working hard. So, Dr. Wolf, what is your channel about? Like, you have to have a purpose for your channel too. Don't worry, I'm gonna sub to you regardless because I like helping smaller channels out because I was once a smaller channel too. Like 163 subs from or 164. I'm not exactly sure how big I am now, but I've been working at my channel for years. Like for a year and 8 months, so it's all coming together. Oh, that's fine. I don't mind. Like, to be honest with you, Dr. Wolf, I don't like playing Fortnite, but I'm not going to disrespect you because you like Fortnite. If you like it, I respect you for it, but I'm still gonna sub to you because I like supporting smaller YouTubers, like I said before. It's fine, but I'm just going to say this, Dr. Wolf, as a form of advice. If you go to my YouTube channel and you look at how what games I play Minecraft. Yesterday I did. All right. Yeah, that's cool. Like, on Minecraft, like, you don't want to make your channel around one game. That's just my advice there. You have to make your channel around multiple games. That way, if one game loses their popularity overnight, you can actually recover and move on to another game. Like, I'm trying to I have Minecraft here, but I also play other games as well. It's a smart way of ensuring that you're future-proof. So if one game becomes that's your opinion. I respect you for it, yeet yeet. Like, this is my survival build I've been working on for 13 months. And I'm taking out a mountain to expand the pillared hall. I don't have TNT, so I have to do this all by hand. Like, I'm playing this in peaceful, that means no creepers. So, no gunpowder. And the levels I have there is just from picking up coal as I take out the area. That's great. I recommend that you try to stream your other favorite games. I would recommend, like, I recently streamed Dark Souls, and yesterday I streamed Dead Island. I was able to get a good following with Dead Island. Like, also I streamed Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Oh, it's okay, Douglas. It's okay. Welcome back. Like, it's okay. If you have something to do in real life, don't let me keep you. Like, I'm trying to do more than one game. That way there's more variety for the channel, Dr. Wolf. And also, I've been giving some advice to another YouTuber called Cosmo Paradise. He actually does a pretty good job with his streams, so I've been giving him advice as well. I like giving, because this is my second attempt at a YouTube channel, so I like giving advice on what not to do with your YouTube channel. Not exactly. Not yet. Maybe one day. I've never been married before in my life. Yeet yeet. So there's no divorce happening. Not yet, anyway. Really depends. Nah. I like both cats and dogs. But of course I prefer cats because cats usually clean up after themselves. Dogs just leave it out and say, "Look what I did." It's okay, Dr. Wolf. Like, just for now, I'm just pretty happy to where I am right now. Thankfulness and gratefulness, that's the most important thing. Yeah. Huh. Nice. I don't exactly eat cats myself, but if you say so. Yeah, I just need to finish off this part, then I'm going to go over, take the cobblestone back to the nerve center and actually make some stone brick. Yeah, I gotta empty my inventory a little bit so I can collect that cobblestone. Every form of material in this game is valuable. Since this is pure survival, no host privileges. No, yeet. I'm actually building a metropolis in survival. It's either you're joking or... I can assume that you're joking, yeet. So, if you want to laugh, you gotta laugh. Ha 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 ha. Alright? One second, I gotta make it daylight. So I have to go over to bed and sleep. Like, I'm trying to do something different with Minecraft. Instead of actually building everything in creative, I'm trying to build the largest build I have ever built in survival. Pure survival. Yep, this is PS4. Like, I also have the PC version. Just the controls are a pain for me because I'm so used to control... Yeah. Alright. See, I can be very respectful to people even when they're mean. No, this is going to be a medieval Victorian, medieval Victorian metropolis. But I've been working on the foundations for 13 months, yeet. No. I build everything based on historical. History. I'm gonna grab some cobblestone and take it back to the nerve center. Alright, Dr. Wolf, I'll sub to you later. I just put a comment on my video so I can easily find your channels and I can sub to you later, alright? Once I'm done with the stream, of course. Yeah, just heading over to my nerve center. Basically, I've been working on the foundations for the city. As you can see, I got most of it done. It's just I need to get all the way beyond that mansion over there. That mansion's coming down block by block. So I'm so used to and playing in third person, so I can walk around in third person so easily. I'll just ignore that comment. Yeet, yeet, yeet. Yep, I'm working in the Christmas world texture pack. It is that time of year. It's Merry Christmas, all that. Of course I know what that is, but I'm not going to say it on this stream. This is a family-friendly stream. Please refrain from doing dirty stuff in my chat, please. Otherwise I might have no choice, but I'm just warning. This is just a warning. If you guys are enjoying the stream so far, please like it and share it with your friends. It's okay. I'm just trying to keep it family friendly for this channel. Don't worry. I don't like banning people from talking in my streams unless I absolutely have to, alright? Trying to keep it family friendly for people to watch, so anybody can watch it from any age. Like, I've actually mastered the art of not swearing in my streams. No, just be respectful. I'm just saying. You can be very respectful. What this is right here is that I'm putting the cobblestone in the machine. That way I'll produce the badly needed stone brick. The hoppers look so much better in the fantasy texture pack. Oh, when I'm not doing this, thank you. When I'm not doing this, I'm actually working with my father. My dad is a traveling artist, and he travels the country. And it's fun when Dad gets to paint an entire haunted attraction or a laser tag, and sometimes the owner will actually turn on free play in the arcade, so I've been able to play games like Time Crisis 3 and 4, House of the Dead from beginning to end without having to pay a cent, just to play those while my dad's painting the laser tag. It was fun times. That was Qzar in New York. That was awesome arcade. While Dad was painting the laser tag, it was fun to just play all. They would come up to us and say, "What arcade game do you want to play?" No, yeet. I will not be doing that. Family friendly. This is not ancient Greece. This is medieval, as in 1400s. 1400s and Victorian, which could be 17th century. Yeah, if there's no cobblestone, I'm gonna have to go get more. I'm sorry, I won't be answering that one due to, family friendly. I need more. Basically, I have to go into the construction site and just go get more cobblestone. For some reason... Nope. Can you please stop bringing up that stuff? Alright? I'm just asking politely. Alright. The machine is on. Mass production is at full. Stone is being produced. Alright, stone production is up. I need some stone brick, and I'm gonna go and get to work on laying down the stone brick on the floor. Might as well do that before I end the stream. It's an illegal substance, yeet. That's as far as I'll go. Nope. Sorry. Family friendly. Yeah. I'm trying to keep it clean, but this guy keeps asking me dirty questions. it's best to just ignore those comments. You just don't want to make it a problem for your YouTube channel. So trying to keep it family friendly is going to be a tough chore. Due to YouTube actually hurting channels that go into a lot of dirt, so I'm trying to make sure my channel has a good reputation from the start. What do you think, Martin? Nope. Like, I'm still looking for that special someone, like everybody is. I'm sorry, I'm not answering that. I'm just trying to keep it clean. Like even, I mean, I'm trying to make sure anybody can watch these. So please, if like, I'm also all right. I'm just trying to keep it clean so anybody can watch these. All right. And trying to keep as calm as possible. I don't know. Yeah, good question, but I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm not answering that, troll. I'm trying to keep my channel clean. This is important to me. No. Yes, I'm gonna stay that way if these guys don't stop asking me dirty questions. Have a good day. Sorry, I'm not... can you please stop bringing up stuff that has something to do with something dirty? I'm trying to make sure it's clean for all ages. You might leave me with no choice but to ban if you don't stop bringing up dirty subjects. I only ban if they don't stop. So don't test me there. Oh. You guys think you can play that game with me? 1 second. Yeah. What's up, Shen? How you doing, buddy? Good. Alright, Martin Fletcher. Why are you doing this? Are you just somebody who takes pleasure in trying to ruin a stream? This is a family-friendly YouTube channel. No, I'm not soft. It's just I need to make sure this stays family-friendly because YouTube has been cracking down on channels that resort to dirty tactics. So I need to be a bit careful, so please understand, alright? Yep. But of course, I can be soft, but just don't... Remember, if you're going to spam on my channel... Like, I like having good conversations with people. I do. Just... Yes. Because... No, I had to ignore that because it was dirty. Alright? Like, I'm willing to have good conversations with you, but you have to be respectable. Understand? I was just trying to make a little bit of respect. Like, I need my streams to be family friendly, otherwise it could really hurt the channel's reputation. No. I just want to be a good example. They will respect me in time, Martin. Because he kept insulting me, like I don't like banning people at all, yeet. But if they're going If they're not going to listen to reason, I have no choice. Alright, good. Alright, thank you, Douglas. But just don't worry. I'm very nice. I want to be nice to people, but if they're not going to listen to the rules, that's just the problem. So, I can't read that one because I don't want to say it on my stream. I can't answer that, Yeet. You... And please stop asking the question that might get you a ban from the channel. No, they aren't. They were best friends that married. And you have... Don't ever assume. You don't even know me personally. Let me guess. You guys are trolls just trying to ruin the stream. I see what you guys are doing here. Please, I don't want politics in my channel, Martin Fletcher. Please, I ask you to stop. Of course he was, but I'm not going to bring politics onto the channel. So please, leave that out. This is supposed to be a stream about playing Minecraft, and playing video games in general. Douglas, I would never ban you. You're a good guy. It's just I need to ban the ones that bring naughty stuff onto the channel. That's all. All right, Douglas? No, it's not, Martin. Don't be arrogant. That's the one thing I don't like about people. I don't like arrogance. Yeet yeet. I'm not even going to bother to read it because I'm just going to ban you. You're a troll. Don't be a troll. You're only doing this for your own entertainment. Yep, they're trying to get me in trouble, but I'm not going to let them. Nice, but sorry, I'm a student of history, Martin, and I don't recall seeing you in the history books. There's tons of Fletchers, Martin. Yeah. But I want to give him a chance. Like, I only do banning as a last resort. I never ban someone without due cause. But so far, he's earning it. Why are you talking about something that has nothing to do with the stream itself? Like I said before, I don't like arrogance. But out of respect, I'm going to respect you. Like, Douglas, here's a little bit of advice from me. Be nice to them even when they're mean to you. Actually, I'm not a servant at all. Yeah, but Douglas, it's okay. Just but I'm just giving you helpful advice. A wise man listens. Alright? And Douglas, I already knew you were a kid. But it's okay. Like, I like having polite conversations with people no matter what age they are. Of course it is a real thing. Everybody was a child once. No, it's not. Everybody was born a kid. Like, you had to be a baby in order to turn into a kid, then to an adult. But please, can we please just talk about video games? That's a subject I want to talk about most of all here. Not your own perception of what the world is. I haven't tried the Watch Dogs series yet, but I will soon. I just don't like the publisher Ubisoft. Like, I played the Assassin's Creed games. Can you enlighten me then? One moment. Bye, yeet yeet. Yeah, I just removed him. Like, if he's gonna be disrespectful and actually go against what I said, this is a family-friendly channel, and I need to... Like, if you show one hint of weakness, they'll walk all over you. I'm trying to have fun here and do this stream. Can you please throw aside the subject you're bringing up? No. I do care. Just, I don't want to talk about it here while I'm doing my stream, alright? Alright. Just, if this were if this were where you were across the table from me and we could have, we could talk over a drink, that would be thing. But this is a YouTube stream. I'm just trying to keep it clean, keep it real. Alright? Yeah, it was mainly because I couldn't control them while I was doing the stream, Douglas, and I just and of course they eventually turned off audio sharing. I could you couldn't hear them, but I could hear them. But it was hard for me to talk to people on my show while I was doing my thing, so I decided to do the stream alone today. And I'll be doing the stream alone on Friday as well. Just I want to, make sure it stays family friendly. Just some people just don't have self-control. Like, don't worry. They're still my friends, just I'll let them on occasionally, but not when I'm doing my streams. Just to keep the quality up. You understand, Douglas, right? Yeah. I'm just trying to keep it as straight to the point as possible. And I also didn't like being talked over by the other people in the stream. It's really hard to make a conversation with somebody when they keep interrupting me. What's up, Mike? How you doing? You having a good day? I had to deal with two trolls a few minutes ago, and of course I had to deal with two trolls because they kept bringing up stuff I didn't want to talk about on my own on my channel, but it's all good. Yeah, something like that. I'm okay with you saying that as long. Yeah, just trying to be nice. But of course, if they refuse to change, just to make sure the channel stays family friendly, I might have to remove them from the channel. You understand. It's not because I don't want to, it's just only as a last resort. Just I'm being nice. Just what I'm doing here, guys, is that I'm determining where the next line of pillars should go. Like, I'm need to figure out where the next pillars should go. Like, I put the... Alright. Basically, these are the first step pillars before I finally complete the detail. Yeah, alright. Thank you, Mike, for being considerate. Alright, cool. Just... Like, I'm more of a GTA fan when it comes to open world games, but I heard Watch Dogs 2 is actually pretty good from a friend, so I might get it at some point. This I've been waiting for the price to go down because I don't like the publisher Ubisoft. Mainly because I still can't forgive them for changing the controls to Assassin's Creed 3. Like, Assassin's Creed 1 and 2's control scheme was perfect. Then Ubisoft actually changed it, which made it very difficult to win fights during Assassin's Creed 3. I didn't like that, so I sort of stopped buying Assassin's Creed games after Assassin's Creed 3, so I haven't bought a brand new one in years. It was good I jumped out when I did because I hear Assassin's Creed Unity was a glitchy mess. Oh, I was saying that I didn't like Ubisoft. I don't like the company that makes Watch Dogs. So I might get it when it's really down in price. But just mainly because, you know, I usually buy games based on principle. So if I don't agree with what a publisher does to a game, I usually wait for a price drop or I never acquire the game whatsoever. Honestly, Hayden, I like Minecraft for what it is. I'm actually playing it for fun instead of the whole trending thing. So basically, it really depends on whether you're interested to see something or not, not whether it's trending or not. All right. Like, whether it's trending or not, if you're interested in seeing something, you should be interested in seeing something. Yeah, I like you. I mean, I like watching YouTube myself, Hayden. It's just I play Minecraft as well, like what you're seeing here, but just I understand. Minecraft is trending. Actually, do you know YouTube actually intentionally took Minecraft off of the trending page on purpose. So it's really hard for a Minecraft video to be on the trending page. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, thank you, Douglas. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Just for now, I'm just playing this game for fun, for people to watch. This is Hayden. If you're still watching, I'll say this. This is my 13-month survival build, and I've been working on it since December of 2017. Yeah, it is sort of, because do you actually count that month? Because this is the month of December. If I started in December, which was month 12 of that year, December, January, which counts as 2, and so it is 13 months. So it's 13 months of work, but let me just show you what's already complete. This is a big build I've been working on for so long. Like, it'll be its 14th month next month. So, and I've been streaming this and actually recording videos of me building this for months. $13 months of work, and of course I'm doing it in the Christmas texture pack, that way it looks nice. It looks nice for the holiday season. And of course, I love my pillars. Right now I'm actually deciding where the pillars go, that's why I'm just putting stage 1 pillars over there, so I can put these down. The idea is to build a huge metropolis with the pillared hall underneath it, and make it and give it the impression that it's actually holding up the city. Yep. Yeah, 12 months, 12 days. Alright, I got it. I got it, Hayden. You're right. But are you impressed? Like, this is all survival too. This is 100% survival, no host privileges. No create mode. 100%. The idea was to build a huge metropolis in survival, but it's taking longer than anticipated when it's only one builder. How are you doing? I mean, how are you doing, Foxy? Yeah. Yeah, just what I'm doing here is just like I want to test myself. I want to test my building skills with this game. A fox? You said that. You asked. But yeah, this is 12 months of work, and I bought the festive texture pack so I could have this look about it for the month of December. And of course, I'm just really thankful it's actually this good. Yeah, I just had to empty my inventory of stone brick. Yeah, but look, as you can see, all this I'm standing on, Hayden, is flat land. Alright, basically, it was a lot of people trying to bring dirty stuff onto the channel. I had no choice but to ban two people. Mainly because they couldn't keep their dirty mouths, their dirty words to themselves. So I had no choice but to make an example of them. So it's basically, I'm okay with people saying whatever they want as long as it's something that doesn't threaten my family-friendly status. Yeah, of course. Like, I'm trying to keep it family-friendly on this so anybody can watch it. Like, I just don't want to get the reputation of being one of those channels that only ages 20 to 34 can watch without your parents walking in and getting you in trouble. So I'm trying to make sure it's clean. Like, I'm a big fan of entertainment in general, so I like talking about lots of entertainment when I'm doing my streams. Like, so I'm trying to make, but I do have to make examples of some people. If I don't, people will walk right over me. Is that understandable, Hayden? Just want to make sure you can understand that. Like, you have to stand up for yourself because there's going to be trolls. Some people will be, there are some people on YouTube that are known as trolls where they intentionally try to make you look stupid in front of your own audience. So it's kind of hard, and it's kind of harsh that you would wish that on somebody you don't know. Humiliation. Yeah, I just need to get me some more diamond pickaxes. Yeah, I went to all the trouble of getting all these diamonds. I think I made too many. Yeah, since I have autosave off, I need to save every now and then. Oh, there was this guy named Yeet Yeet. He kept asking dirty questions like, I can't really say it on the channel because YouTube's bots are listening, and some YouTube channels have been banned because somebody said that, and then the YouTube person said it, and then their channel got banned. And since I'm a really small channel right now, I want to make sure I'm safe. Alright, Douglas, you have a good day. You have a good night, buddy. You get some sleep. I'll see you Friday at 3 p.m. Alright? 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm taking my break tomorrow. And don't worry, I don't ban people willy-nilly. I only ban those who don't listen. I give them stern warning before I ban. Alright. Unless I absolutely have to. This is the longest process of taking out a mountain. You gotta take out the dirt. Okay guys, I think I'm going to end this stream here tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. See you guys. Bye.